It's another Brew Crew territory. We brought the heavy hitters this time. Braun, Kratz, Locane, and congrats to the Milwaukee Brewers, your National League Central champs. The Cubs kind of fell apart down the stretch here. Now they're fighting for their playoff lives. But Kratzy, for Milwaukee, they get to set up the rotation perfectly for the playoffs because they do not have to worry about winning the division in the final days of the season.
Nobody needs to help that rotation get any better, and it's already going to help them. And that champagne is going to sting in their eyes in the next few days.
Hello?
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch my boys clinch and enjoy their time. I'm thinking about going down and party with them, That's how excited I am. So, hey,
you should.
I wish them nothing but the best in the playoffs, and I know they're going to do great things.
Go bring your boys a bottle of Cristal, something good. I like it. I see the smile on your face, seeing this team take another division crown. You know how hard they have to work. Freddy Peralta is Mr. Smiles. I know Lindor's got that, but there can be two. It's a pitcher and a position player. Freddy's always in such a great mood, so he is the star of Brew Crew territory this week.
Let's bring on Freddy Peralta to go over it right now. Brewers starter joining us, Mr. Smiles. How you doing, Freddy?
Hello, guys. I'm doing good. How about you guys?
What's up? We're good, man. So, you're playing the Marlins in the next series. You guys are in pretty good shape, right? You're on your way to a division title, but you also actually get to serve a role that some teams that are not in the playoffs get to do, right? So you get to play spoiler. If you guys take it to the Marlins, you could knock them out of playoff contention. Do you guys, realize the weight of the situation on the team that you're playing too?
Yes. So we are in a situation right now, like it's a great race, especially that we got fired up a little bit here in St. Louis because they play great against us. They always like trying to beat us, but today's the third game. See how it goes. But like you say about in Miami, it's gonna be a great series, and we hope that we probably can celebrate over there. But we as a team we're not thinking about it. Just trying to win games and see when the real good teams coming.
Hey, I want to talk about you the other day, man. I didn't know you had that much skills in the bailando, man. You were dancing on the field with the with the Brew Crew over there, man. Look at you getting after it, dude. You put a smile on my face watching. I didn't know you had the hips like that, big dog.
First, it's good to see you, brother.
Always.
But I'm Dominican, man. I'm from the Caribbean, Dominican Republic. So we kind of dance. We grew up like dancing everywhere. It was fun. Let me tell you this. I had no idea that I was going to do that. I just came out of the dugout and I was like, like supporting the people that customize or cleats for that day, for the Hispanic day, and there's a guy that came to me like, hey, we're gonna have a group of dancers, a group of ladies. They're gonna be dancing in the center field, and I was like, yeah. So what happened? What you mean? Like, we would like to see you like going there and see if you can dance a little bit with it. And I was like, really? Are you gonna put me in that situation now? And I had no choice. I had to do it, and it was fun. That video, a lot of people from the yard started sharing it to me, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't want to be in that situation at the moment, but it is what it is.
You had to do it for the people. For the people, that's all.
Exactly.
So Freddie, as good as y'all's starting rotation is and has been throughout the year, your bullpen is freaking nasty, man. As a starter, how good of a feeling is that knowing that if you don't go 6 or 7, they got your back?
Man, let me tell you, it gives you, especially for me, like, give us like a lot of confidence. You know that you have a group behind you that are gonna take care of you back. The only thing that you need to do is keep the game close and try to eat some innings, and they're gonna be there for you, like putting zeros. And they've been doing that for the whole year. They have done a great job, man. I'm proud about the bullpen that we have, and hopefully that they stay healthy.
So, Freddie, obviously you dream when you're younger of making it to the big leagues and having success, and then you get to put together an outing like you did the other day. You pitched really well. Obviously, the dude on the other side had a great game, and he's had his ups and downs this year. But how cool was it to be able to face Adam Wainwright when he had a major individual accomplishment that he was working on? The crowd felt much more lit up than it would normally at this time of year with the Cardinals not being in the playoffs. Did you get to kind of think about it while you were in the moment and go, wow, I'm facing Wainwright in one of his last starts going for win number 200?
Yeah, 100%, man. I knew the situation, and I knew how important is this series for us, and the series that are coming ahead too. But I knew, especially that game, I knew that he been coming and working so hard to get that win. And but I had to do what I had to do, but everything was going like on his way that night, and you know, for one part I feel bad because we lost the game and we are in a very important situation right now. But on the other side, I was happy about him. We've been pitching together for like facing the Cardinals and watching him pitching for 6 years already. And before that, I grew up and watching him pitching. He and Jari doing amazing career for him. I feel great. I feel happy about him. Yesterday, he came out of the dugout during the practice and he showed us like some love, some respect, and it was great to see him doing that and finishing his goals for the season that it was to get the 200 wins.
That's great. Yeah, to see those are things in baseball that Danny and I like. I can't speak for him, but I know he'd probably say yes. I love to see guys meet their goals, even if it's on the other team. You want to win as many games, but at the end of the day, you're not. And to be a part of things like I was part of David Wright's last and final game. Just to have an example, like some things that you'll never forget, and I'm sure you'll never forget that because you're going to try
Yeah.
and get the 200 wins, of course. And I think you would definitely love that too as well. So for me, to change gears again, I saw you delivering food the other day on the back of a golf cart here, man. Hey, you guys were hitting people on the run. You were throwing it through windows as people were driving. I'll tell you what, I need to work with you in the horseshoes and the cornhole game. You guys were on fire here. Talk to us about it.
Hey man, it was really fun, and of course that there's little moments in the video that there's little moments in that day that there are not in the video. So we have fun. It was awesome. I remember that I hit a lady on the face, like trying to
Oh
give her
no.
like a shirt, and I threw it like, and she was happy. She was happy 100%, but we were laughing about it. But a lot of things happened that day. I was hungry because that was like right after the practice, and I didn't have the chance to go eat. And as soon as I saw like all the people like on the grill making like cooking some ribs and all that kind of stuff, and I like, wait, I gotta get something. It looks really good. And then I went to a little group of family they were like cooking, and I was like, "Can I get something?" And they was, "Yes, of course, you can take whatever you want." And I tried some ribs, and they taste great, man. It was awesome day. We have fun, uh, and that's the little things that I think that I enjoy to do during the season.
So were you taking a bite of the ribs and throwing the rest of that rack, or did you get a new rack for everybody?
No,
Game used. Game used.
Because they're gonna put that on the internet. They're gonna put that and sell it, Freddie.
Oh my god! I was eating it on the whole road, and I got dirty because all the sauce and all that kind of stuff. And Willie got mad with me because that. But I was like, forget about it. We're just enjoying the moment.
Do you ever, Freddie, do you ever throw something at someone like a friend or something who's like, oh, you toss me that, and you realize that you threw it like way too hard because you're a pitcher and you throw 90 something?
Yes, it happens. Sometimes to my daughter, like I forgot. So for me, one of the sport that she probably gonna practice is gonna be soccer. So she loves that already, and she has like two soccer ball in the house. And sometimes I kick it, and I kick it too fast, or sometimes I throw it to her, and I hit it. Like I have hit it like 2 times in the face.
Oh
But she doesn't cry. I don't know. That's weird. Like I don't know. She just started laughing about it and rolling everywhere, like enjoying it. And I'm like, what are you doing, little girl?
no.
I love it.
Because everything you got's gonna. I can just imagine, like, oh, here's the soccer ball.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
It's probably got some movement on it too, because it's not
Yeah.
going to be straight. It's got some movement.
no,
Exactly.
you know how it is.
Hey, Freddie, you've got a pretty new teammate who's been in the bigs for a while. How's Josh Donaldson doing with the ball club? And have you gotten to talk to him at all or mess with him?
Yeah. He's been doing great. You know, the first day that he got here, you know, he shook my hands and he was like, "You fast for Freddy, but when you face me, you throw me a lot of sliders." And I was like, "Yeah, you always in the front looking for the hunting the fastball, so I'm gonna throw sliders." So he's good. He's been doing good, and I think that he's happy to be here, and that's all that matters for us.
I don't understand how it didn't catch on. You know, we put it, I don't know if you saw on the bottom of the screen, we put full menu Freddie on the
All
graphic.
me,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the thing is, you know, you came up in the league and you were throwing a lot of heaters early on, and guys just loved the nickname. Are you correcting everyone nowadays, like Donaldson, when they say, "Hey, fastball Freddie"? Like, hold up, dude. Look at my pitch mix. I'm not fastball Freddie anymore.
I should do that. I probably gonna start
Yeah.
to do that, but because I remember it was starting the season. I think we were.
Yeah,
I
spring
cannot
training. We
remember.
said full menu Freddie. Let's
Yeah.
run it. And no, it hasn't picked up like I thought it would, but it should, because I think from a marketing perspective, people need to know if they're calling you fastball Freddie, they're not watching you.
Full
They're
minute
not
Freddy,
watching your
yeah.
starts.
No.
Full menu.
Well,
Full
especially
minute Freddy.
passing out food, you definitely got to go full
Exactly.
menu now.
That even helps. Full menu
Yeah.
Freddie
All right.
with the food.
I probably gonna start correcting people about it. Yeah.
Yes, you have to. You have to just do a declaration on your social media and say, "I'd like to announce that I am not fastball Freddie anymore. That persona has been retired."
Yeah, has been retired, and it's because you guys.
Yes.
Well, Michael Vassallo's got to be right there with you, right? Is Vassallo there with you? Tell him. He'll do it.
He's PR,
He's not
yeah.
here right now, but he's everywhere. So I'm gonna let him know, and let's see what he think about it. You know, we don't like him to post a lot of things sometimes because we like to keep like all things like in secret a little bit, like a little sneaky. But
A little sneaky.
I gotta let him know. I gotta let him know.
And even if you want to wait, like it could be done, after the playoff run and all of that. But at some point, I feel like people just have to kind of understand that this is a different pitcher nowadays.
Yeah.
If you think he's just fastball Freddie, good luck. You're
Yeah.
you're going to be like Donaldson, swinging and missing at sliders.
Love it. Heck yeah. Hey, question for you about Craig Counsell, man. Have you talked to him? He got 700th win, 700th, I should say. Sorry. Are you trying to pitch in for him for 2024? And he talks about that, getting him back?
Man, I think I don't know what's going on, but he's keeping all that in secret. I'm proud of him. 700 is a lot. He's a great manager. I think you all know that. Great person. And I wish to have him for my, for years coming. I don't know how long he's going to be here for, but he doesn't talk about it. So I think that it's something that he only know. I don't know, but he doesn't want to talk about that. I asked him during the whole season in Dominican Republic because he was there in January, early in January, and he went to my house, and I was like, but he doesn't want to talk about it. I don't know why.
All right, let's shout out our friends at Shady Rays, who've got you covered with premium polarized shades. We're inside today, but you're not going to break the bank. And it's an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product just as good as any expensive pair that you've ever worn. Durable frames, extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures, and also the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses backed by lost and broken replacements. So if you lose or break a pair, even on day one, they've got you covered with a brand new pair, no questions asked, so you can wear them with confidence. And also, if you don't love what you've got, no big deal. There's a ton of options. You can exchange them for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days of purchase. We've got the discount FOUL, FOUL at shadyrays.com for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized shades. Try for yourself the sunglasses rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. So what makes him unique in terms of his in-game managing. I feel like the big thing with him when people around the league talk about his strengths is they say he's so good at pressing the right buttons during the game, and that includes when to take his pitcher out, when to put in a particular reliever, when to press a button on a pinch hitter. How does that go? Like, what have you observed from that? I mean, we spoke to Woodruff, your boy Big Woo, the other day about his back and forth with Counsell for his complete game shutout and how many pitches he had left.
Yeah.
It was really cool to get that insight. Do you have anything that you've observed about what's made him really good at in-game managing?
Yeah, I think first thing that he does like really good is he worry a lot about keeping everybody healthy. So he knows sometimes he make if we are not going to have like off day between two stars, what he does is he brings somebody from somewhere like to give us some rest. So he always like trying to keep us like fresh, feeling good, and you can see the different things that he does between like every stars. Like let's talk about last night. So you see, last night we had a reliever McGill starting the game only for 1 inning, but we knew that we had our guy Ray behind him. So he does that because something. So he all the time he probably did that last night because he don't want Ray to face the top of the lineup 3 times. He figured out he always like trying to do something different, but his more important thing for me is to keep everybody like fresh, keep everybody healthy. uh, he made sure to ask everyone how you feel like if I am in this if I finish the season in, let's say that, uh, and I have like 85 or 90 pitches, he comes to me like, hey, you feel good? Do you think that you can give me another inning, or you feel good now? So he's always like making sure, uh, consulting you like how you feel, and he does what he thinks that he's better for keep us like healthy for the whole season.
Freddie, I got a 2-part question. Do you miss hitting? And does anybody now like try to imitate Counsell in BP like this, trying to hit?
So I don't miss hitting.
He was good though.
I wasn't good hitting. I have a lot of stories. The guys always like talking about it. And the other day, like probably like 2 3 weeks ago, they were in the computer and they were like playing with me. They were like fighting all the finding all the hard moments that I have, the strikeouts. And I was like, please don't do that. Don't show it to anybody. And they were like playing without, like showing everyone all the ugly swings that I had done, that I did uh, to Aaron Nola one day in 2019. He threw me a sinker, and he broke my bat really bad and all that kind of stuff. So I don't miss hitting. It's good. I feel good like that. And what you say about Counsell, so about his staying heated, it was fun, and it's something that we always talk about it, but more in spring training, during the meetings that we do in the clubhouse. So somebody always brings something about him.
Freddie, I'm gonna break some news for you that's already been out there, but you might have missed it because it was posted pretty late at night. Although this actually ties into the question because I'm not sure if you were awake to catch it. So Yusei Kikuchi, you know him on the Toronto Blue Jays?
Yes.
Good pitcher on the Blue Jays this year. Oh, good. We have the tweet. I'll read it for you. This is the writer who covers the Blue Jays for The Athletic. Said he thinks he'll be fine for his next start. He left last night with cramps. Now he pitched. He pitched 5 innings, 1 run, 7 strikeouts. He had a good day. The biggest revelation was that he said it may have been caused by only getting 11 hours of sleep instead of his usual 13 or 14 hours. I need your sleep totals, what your average is, what your high is, what your low is. Other teams, like other teammates? Do you have other teammates that log anything close to 14 hours? Because the thing that I'm still having a hard time with is Kikuchi only is awake for 10 hours per day. It's a lot to do in 10 hours, and you're pretty much at the ballpark for 10 hours.
No way.
So it's wake up, ballpark, home, sleep.
Gotta be.
No, I can believe this. 13 hours, 14 hours. Oh my God, no! I think that the max that I is probably 9, but normally me, what I is 7 to 8 hours. I cannot be in the bed for more than that. It's too much for me. Like I don't know. I don't know. I can't. But that's real. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I'm gonna talk with the guys about it. Let's see what they say.
Yeah, I want to. You got to do some investigative reporting. Like, are there any teammates that are known to sleep a ton? Where it's like, oh, I called him or I texted him. He's sleeping. He always sleeps till like 12. He gets his 12 plus hours. Is there
I
somebody?
got I gotta talk to them about it.
Okay.
I gotta talk with my guys. Let's see what they think about it. And I'm gonna ask. You know who's the right guy? I'm gonna ask Miley first and see what he's gonna think.
He knows who
He's
to
the
talk to.
older
Yeah.
one, so I'm gonna ask him.
I have one. You
Who?
said sometimes Adamas won't show up to lunch on time. Is it because he's sleeping?
Uh maybe he go to the bed late.
He goes to bed late. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
got a ton
he
of
works.
energy, though. I'm like, there's no way he's only awake for like 12 hours, you know?
Yeah, I don't think. We're very close, but I think that he go late to the bed, and that's why he wake up late.
Can you imagine if you only had 10 hours per day
No,
to do
it's not.
everything
It's
you
not.
needed to
It's not
do?
enough. It's not enough. It's not enough for me.
Freddie, did you say Wade Miley is the guy you're going to ask?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him.
I would pick him too. I would
Yeah?
pick him if anybody. Yeah,
I
he
gotta
looks
ask
like
him.
he
Looks
just
like a
wants to sleep.
sleeper,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him and see what he's gonna say about it. He probably will be mad with me because he always like. But why you asking?
We've had him on.
Why me? I'm sleeping here already.
I've heard of guys, double-digit hours, plenty in the league, but 14 was a new one for me. I had never heard of that.
That never met me either.
I want to talk to him about like what he's missing for a few hours a day at least. So,
Yeah.
all right, you do some homework. Next time you come back on, we'll find out what the average is with the Brewers. You're probably going to shock a lot of dudes. That's a good combo today with the boys in the clubhouse when they come through. Like, hey, dude, you see this stuff about Kikuchi? You should tell him.
Yeah, for sure. I will do it 100%.
Perfect. Full menu. Good to talk to you, man. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, my friend.
See ya.
See you soon.
Props to Freddie P for joining us. And Lo, this team is going to have Freddie, Big Woo, and Corbin Burns at the top of their rotation. You really need three to ride to a World Series title. Yes, there are weak spots in the lineup compared to a lineup like Atlanta's, and they don't slug it like Philadelphia, but run prevention wise, Milwaukee might pull off some 2-1, 3-2 wins and shock the world.
Agreed. With that rotation, this is the year to get over the hump. I was there for 5 years, so, we fell short a few times. So now they're going to get over the hump. They got a great rotation with those three guys, and I expect nothing but great things throughout the playoffs. So, hey, they're my World Series pick. I'm sure they're Kratz' World Series pick. So, hey, we'll see what happens.
And Kratz, Junior Caminero was just called up by the Rays. He's 20 years old from Double-A. We'll see how he looks because he's got a lot of pop down in Double-A. Jackson Churro's now in Triple-A. And I'm still going to throw it out there. You just never know. And I always think about Alex Kirilloff getting called up by the Twins for the playoffs. Any chance in your mind Jackson Churro suddenly gets that little phone call after like a strong finish to his AAA season, or that's not their style?
I don't want to dumb and dumber it. So you're saying there's a chance, but hey, you know what? Great for the player development standpoint. The Brewers calling this guy up to AAA after having 22 pumps in AA as a 19-year-old being in AAA. The needs for the Brewers are a little bit different than, calling up a guy like Junior. I don't see it. Sorry, Brewers fans. It doesn't mean it's not going to be awesome for the years to come. But to me, I'd call him up and just let him hang out. Don't activate him, nothing like that. Hey, you know what? We want you to come and hang out. See this atmosphere, especially in the next few days when that champagne starts popping, just so he gets to see it. Gets a little taste.
Yeah, teams have done that. I'm trying to remember. The Dodgers did that with someone very recently, and it was huge for them. Damn, I'm not going to remember who it is. Oh. and it might have been a while ago at this point. I just remembered talking to Dave Roberts about a player that they had up with them, kind of taxi squad style, and you just got to experience what was going on there. Not going to remember. Oh, well. But still. Oh, I think it was Gavin Lux, like maybe 3-4 years ago. And they said it was huge for him. And then he had a nice start. Obviously, he's dealt with injuries and all that. But anyway, going off on a tangent. For Brew Crew fans, that might be a team that you play against in the playoffs. Dodgers, Braves, whoever it is. If there's a certain team that you think the Brewers have a good matchup against in the playoffs, let us know. And we can talk about it at the end of next show. We do this every single week with a guest from the Milwaukee Brewers. For Locaine and Mr. Kratz, I'm Scotty Braun. We'll see you next time on Brew Crew Territory.